Well, hello everybody. I'm Jerry Emge, a realtor with Keller Williams, The Lakes in Lake Elsinore, California. And I produce these videos on a regular basis, usually have them out by Thursday morning, by 10 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes I put them out earlier in the week, and sometimes I put out more than one in a week. But anyway, these videos are always about different topics. I don't do any selling on these videos, just sharing real estate information. And as I said, each video is a new topic. And so today's topic has to do with closing costs. And I just want to really kind of breeze over this for people out there who maybe aren't familiar with closing costs, because I'll tell you what, it can be a sticker shock to some people if you aren't prepared for it. Your realtor should be sort of preparing you for it, but many times they don't, or they don't do it very well. So anyway, I just want to run through some of the categories that are involved in closing costs so that you're not quite so shocked when it happens. Closing costs can range anywhere from 2% of the house cost to 5%. Now on a $500,000 house, that means anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. So if you aren't prepared for that, think about that. If you aren't prepared for that, that could be kind of tough. So be prepared is my point. Now let's go over the maybe like four of the main categories for these closing costs to occur. The first has to do with the buyer's side getting the loan. There are various things involved in getting a loan. Most lenders will charge a loan origination fee, which can range anywhere from 0.5% to 1% of the loan. So on a $300,000 loan, it can be anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 just to get the paperwork started on getting your loan. Now there are lenders out there, and I'm very familiar with some of them myself, that charge no origination fees. You got to watch that too, because sometimes they can tack things on at another part in the loan, and so you're actually paying it, but you're not paying it. You know what I mean? So it isn't part of your closing costs. And that's really what this video is about. The second category for closing costs is what we call transfer taxes and fees. These can be city, state, county fees tacked on. Every time a house changes hands, there could be one or more of these fees involved, and there could also be sometimes the local community that house is in, that you're buying, is part of an association or a community group that charges a transfer fee. I hate to call it a tax because I don't think most people ever voted on it, but it's a transfer fee to change the ownership of the property. And sometimes that can be kind of steep. You see this a lot in 55 plus communities, especially where they have a lot of nice amenities. So they want to build up their pool of money so they can keep those amenities going, refinish the pool once in a while, things like that. These transfer taxes and fees, the county, state, mostly county fees, sometimes city fees. So this can in some localities be up to 3% of the cost of the home. That's really high. So of that 5% I talked about earlier as a possibility in those municipalities or those localities that have this up to 3%, that's a big chunk of that 5. The next category is the various service charges that occur during a transaction. This could be things like appraisal fees, credit report fee, flood report, especially if you're in a flood area, you're going to want a pretty comprehensive report on that. Pest inspection, home inspection, title report, and a home warranty. These are all items that could add up between $2,000 and $3,000 towards your closing. So these are things maybe people haven't thought of, and if they haven't been indoctrinated in this process, it can be a surprise. Figure $2,000 to $3,000 just for these kinds of various service charges. The final category I want to talk about is additional escrow items. Quite often there are prorated items in the escrow closing. Usually it's property taxes. So in other words, you as a buyer and the seller, there'll be a calendar year or a fiscal year that is prorated. Each of you will pay your portion. So depending upon where you are in that yearly schedule will depend on how much you pay. What percentage of that 1 year will be yours, and the rest of the percentage will be somebody else's. So that can be a surprise to some people, particularly if the seller has just paid his property taxes and there's a good 6 or 8 months left to go. You're going to maybe have to reimburse him through escrow, on that portion that he paid already. Other things include HOA fees. Sometimes the HOA will charge a fee just to do their portion of the paperwork on a transaction. Primary mortgage insurance, sometimes that's paid up front and would be paid through escrow, whether it's the complete 1 year PMI or primary mortgage insurance or some portion of it. And of course, the thing that's really common is a homeowner's warranty, homeowner's insurance. So you got homeowner's insurance, homeowner's warranty. Those could be part of the escrow package. Anyway, I hope this meant something to some of you. If you like my videos, give them the old thumbs up when you get the chance, and you get a chance to subscribe, please do. Here comes a little bit of information about me. You can pause the video if you like, write down my phone number or email address, and get hold of me anytime to talk about any of my videos, including this one. And until then, I will see you on the next video.